Ahoy, morning breathers. We're back. It's Thursday. Feels like Wednesday.
It kind of feels like Wednesday. Yesterday was...
Except Wednesday was, like you said, I was standing around with a shovel.
Yeah, I saw you. I drove by and saw Tim stand out front of his building, and he's talking to somebody holding a shovel. I don't know if he did any shoveling or not, but the sidewalk looked good.
I did shovel.
I think it's just a good PR move to just stand around with a shovel in your hand, talk to people as they go by.
I was actually asking for work, see if anybody wanted me to shovel for them.
Hire you out.
And the answer was no.
Right.
Everywhere. Resounding.
Well, when you charge $100 an hour, I think you're not going to get a lot of takers.
I might have priced myself out
a
of
little
work.
bit, maybe.
So, lesson learned there.
And when you only want to do a 8-foot section of sidewalk at a time.
I'd rather, yes, I need to take shifts.
Exactly.
Because, I've only got one back.
Well, true.
So there we have that. I had a smile on my face. Last night I put my truck away, went over to Elliott and was walking back, and a kid didn't see me walking, but he was coming back home, and he had with a brisk walk, and he had his shovel, and he says, "I just made my first profit.
Wow!
I just got $10 for doing that walk."
Nice.
I loved it. It made me want to hire him to do mine, and I've already got somebody hired.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, you already did it.
And I did it, but you had to do it. You had to scoop quite a few times yesterday.
I scooped a couple times. I scooped my house a couple times. Actually, snowblowed, to be fair. Snowblowed my house a couple times, and we live on a corner lot and drive.
Got lots to do.
So there's plenty to do. And then I was at the office a couple times doing it. So making sure that the folks downtown could get around. Although there was not a lot of folks around downtown yesterday.
There was not much going on. I didn't realize there was so much closed yesterday.
Yeah. Well, everybody worked from home from my office yesterday. We weren't open.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't come down here.
To be fair, we don't get a lot of traffic, especially on Wednesday.
Wednesday's your slow day.
Wednesday's a slow day.
Okay.
There's no paper day, so
Yeah.
So it was a good day. If you have to have a good day for a snowstorm, yesterday was actually a good day for a snowstorm.
It seemed fine with me. It was nice to see, it's nice to see snow.
Yep.
It is.
Yep. Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
We've been, we're getting more. More's coming.
A little bit this weekend, I guess.
Yeah. Friday, Saturday, but
yeah. Well, 'tis the season.
It was time. It's February 13th or whatever it is. So
it is the 13th.
It is.
That means tomorrow is
Valentine's
Day. We'll talk about that in a minute if we want to.
I'm going to spend my Valentine's Day with Peter.
You are?
Yeah.
Good. You're going to do some
it's a basketball game tomorrow. I'm sure that's exactly what Peter wanted, but it is what it is.
Couldn't ask for anything better.
Peter's got that raspy
He has to say
voice,
that. Yeah, Peter got the crud.
Well, let's do some introductions. We have Boss Man Matt with us this morning.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy to you, Boss Man Matt, and SPP in the house.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy to you, lad. SPP is short for Super Producer Peter.
Super Producer Peter.
I now have your phone number, Peter.
That's right, you do. I woke up to a text. I did say I was going to be here, and I woke up planning to be here yesterday, and then I woke up to a text to Morning Breath being called.
Yeah,
so.
To be fair, I called that. It wasn't Peter. Peter,
I was ready.
I'm assuming Peter would have made the journey.
I was ready.
I heard you got more snow than we did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had to dig myself out yesterday just to make sure I had time today.
And the roads were bad. I mean, at 5:30 in the morning, I'm looking at the Iowa 511, the road conditions thing, and all the roads around Iowa City and whatnot were pink, which is 100% covered. Mm-hmm. And I'm like,
Let's not.
So I think Peter says he would have. I believe that he would have made it if I wouldn't have. But I don't know. I just thought, well.
I know this, Matt. I would have made it.
I know you would have. I could have made it. Although I will tell you this, and I never do this. I decided I got up at my normal time yesterday, shower, shave, the whole thing, and 5:30 I said, well, we're gonna call the show, and not do that. And I went back to bed.
Huh?
I know. I never do that.
What the what?
I didn't get up till 7.
Geez, you're gonna get bed sores.
I know.
Holy smokes.
Crazy. I never do that.
Matt.
But I'm like, now I'm all dressed up and nowhere to go. So
everybody likes a snow day. That's what my wife says.
Yeah, exactly. So I got up at 7 and finished getting ready.
Well, that a kid.
I know. I'd never do
How'd
that.
that feel?
It felt pretty good.
You might get used to that.
So, I've been fighting this cold. So that little extra, I think it did a good thing. So
I was just reading, but you talk about fighting a cold. I was just reading there's a new lozenge. Somebody makes a new lozenge that tastes like chicken noodle soup. They can't keep it on the shelf.
Really
Yeah. Brilliant. Why didn't we think of that?
makes perfect sense.
Yeah. It just makes you feel good.
It does. Although I've never
I
been
like
a big
the cherry ones, but
I've never been a big chicken. I don't dislike chicken noodle soup, but that's not when I'm not feeling well. It's not like, I got to have a bowl of chicken noodle soup.
there's something.
Too.
I'll bet your mom had chicken noodle soup for you.
Well, but Mom was not the greatest cook
Yeah,
in the
but
world.
she could open up a can.
She could open up a can.
Important.
Yeah.
She didn't have a microwave. Back then, we had to do it on the stove.
Yeah, no kidding.
Kids, we had to do things the hard way.
I know. You had to warm it up, get it. She's there.
She's there.
So, your cooking is not your strong suit.
Everybody's got their thing.
Everybody's got their thing.
She was good at keeping you in the newspaper business.
She was.
There we go.
She did lots of good things.
I'm sure. The Southeast Iowa Video Network is sponsored by KCTC.
Thank you, Casey.
Thanks, Casey, and all the gang over at KCTC.
I'm dealing with a situation right now.
We have a situation. Uh-oh. I want to know more about this. He's apparently doing it. And the Morning Breath crew, the three of us. Oh, poor Greta. The glorious Greta is under the weather. You gave her the crud.
I think she's got elevated crud.
Oh,
So
she got a high-level crud.
I think she's got a high level crud.
Okay, well, she's out for today,
She
not
is,
feeling well,
right.
so we wish her the best.
Yep.
But we are sponsored by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank you, Willie.
Thanks, Willie.
And they have chicken noodle soup you can go get.
All kinds of
All
it.
kinds of it.
Progresso, Campbell's, Hy-Vee.
I think they have I think in their deli section
Golden
they have
something.
their own soups. I don't know if they have chicken noodle, but
Really?
yeah.
I don't walk over there anymore much
It's,
because it's like there's nobody there, so I don't know what to do.
Mom says, "Yep, I did open those cans. You're in a little trouble now."
There you go.
Yeah,
I knew she had that old pincher. God dang
Yeah,
stupid.
exactly.
Those things were so hard. And I think the one we grew up with was 87 years old because it would barely just
Exactly.
break the seal on it.
So there's another good point. The Vicks Vapo Rub.
Oh, yeah.
The Vicks Vapo Rub used to come out on the chest. I don't know if I got it on my feet.
See, when the feet thing didn't come out till later,
Okay.
for me anyway.
I don't remember
Mom
getting it
never
on
put
my
it on
feet.
my feet.
Right.
She used to just glob that stuff on, and I hated it.
Yeah.
Until I woke up and feeling better.
Well, right. But yeah, I had layers of Vapo Rub on my chest.
They got it in a stick now. You don't have to put it on your hands. You just, like a deodorant, just...
That seems not fair, actually.
I think it's a good idea.
It is, but just not fair.
It isn't fair. I don't think it would work as good as the salve. Salve.
No, just big globs of it. And
You need to
smear
get it
all
in
over.
5-gallon buckets.
Yeah.
Refill.
So yeah, the Vapor Rub. I forgot about the Vapor Rub. I have not Vapor Rubbed my chest in a long time.
We still do.
Oh, I should.
We've got it at home. Patty will put it on me if I get the crud.
Oh well.
And she puts it on my feet and makes me wear socks.
See, I've never done the feet thing.
I don't know if it works or not, Matt.
But you walk.
I'm not feeling well enough to fight it.
It's
So
just
I
like
just let it happen.
If you're sick, you're sick. Whatever happens, right?
just take care of me, love.
If it works, it works. Even if it's psychological.
I feel better knowing it's on
Exactly.
my chest. Let's see what else. You know, the things we haven't talked about lately. I want to talk about Iowa women's basketball. They're on a roll. They're playing very well. They went
5
to
games.
Nebraska
Yeah,
and played really well.
they did. I watched that game. There wasn't. I don't know why, because I haven't watched a lot of them this year.
Yeah, I saw
But
that one too.
I watched the whole game.
I saw that one too. And I meant to talk about it. I think I meant to talk about the one before that they won and didn't get to it.
Minnesota, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing much better. And I feel like you heard Caitlin Clark say it. You heard
Jensen's been saying
Jensen's been saying, the head coach and the former coach,
Bluter.
Lisa Bluter, said the same thing. These These girls are young, but they are really talented. Just hang on.
There were times, especially in that Nebraska game, where there's some foul trouble, and it was Lucy Olson, who's a 6-year senior, and 4 true freshmen on the floor, and they're holding their own.
Holding their own. We're going to be good.
Yeah, I think so.
We're going to be good.
And so another high-powered player coming in next week, and they had at that USC game, they had a lot of high top talent recruits, potential recruits.
Yeah.
In the state. So, and Jesus, what better game to go to than that USC game?
That
Holy
was
cow.
a big win.
And
That was a
Caitlin
big
Clark
win.
in the building, and oh my God. So
Best. I watched the Iowa men, which has not been fun to watch.
I did
but
not watch
watched
them
last night.
but they won.
I watched them instead of Demons last night, I have to say.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know they were on, to be honest, and then it came up in my feed. All right, I'll turn it on, and we're hanging, and then we go down by 10, like in the second half, and I turn it and watch something else, and I thought, let's see how they're doing. I popped back in with about five minutes to go. We're up.
They won by 11
Yeah,
on the road. First true road win. First quad 1 win, I think, of the season.
first road win of the year.
Yeah.
And Rutgers their record is similar to ours. Not
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
not
They're
very good.
a little, a little under ours, but
They're
still-
one. We were, I think, the same going in, or
Yeah.
half game difference,
But
something like
it's
that.
funny, and not that I follow Rutgers because I don't at all. But they apparently these 2 freshmen they got are both
Two
for
NBA players.
first round picks this year.
They
Or
could
this
go
coming year. So
without a doubt. So there's some talent on that team.
yeah,
Might show you how deep. Peter, you can chime in anytime you like.
Oh, I was just gonna save people from my raspy voice.
I think people
My
like
deep
it.
raspy
they've been dealing with
voice.
mine for long enough.
People-
they're
people
just used
like
to
the
it.
sound of
That's
that.
the new normal, raspy voice.
Yeah, I feel like a little out of place, honestly.
Well, I don't wish it on you.
Can I use your Kleenex?
Yeah.
Do we blow on your microphone?
Boy, there's a line. We might have just
Yeah, we
crossed
might
it.
just cross that line.
So,
My bad.
Iowa basketball is looking good.
Yeah.
Let's hope that both the men and the women can keep on a roll. Iowa State, I've kind of lost track. The women are still problematic. They're good, but
Streaky. Yeah, I think they're, from what I understand, they're still safely in the tournament,
Yeah.
in the NCAA tournament. So but they're not a 2 seed. Well, the women, the men,
Right.
the men are
they struggling.
Yeah, well, they won their last game pretty handily. They had a 3-game lose streak, I think, but last I heard with them, so they were projected to be a 1 seed, and then they kind of fell in 2 seed. Now they're kind of 2-3 seed range. But
They had an injury during that three-game losing streak.
Momcilovic,
Yeah, you could say that.
yeah, I don't know why.
I just want to call him the tall guy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he was, and that impacted him. He came
But
back.
he's
for
back for the win they had,
Yep.
which they would have won, I think, regardless.
Yeah, and they won by 17 or something. So they're still a very good team, and they'll figure it out.
They will.
That's it. That's my whole commentary.
Hey, Peter.
According to ESPN's Bracketology, which is like the experts they have to try to predict the tournament,
Yeah.
they have Iowa State as a 3 seed.
That's just robbery.
To a 3 seed now.
Yep. But they're still.
That's not good because then they'll end up playing a 1 seed. They need to bump up.
So
They need to finish the year strong.
there's still time.
There is still time. It's just mid-March. Or just mid-February.
But the women, I think, only have 5 games left.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think their tournament starts like a week before the
It does. Yeah.
Yeah. I
All
think
right.
I think women only have 5 regular season games left.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Next thing we'll know, we'll be talking about WNBA and baseball and then how soon can football get here?
Yeah. Not soon. Well, you can be all over the USFL or whatever.
I could try
You get
and
into
watch
the
it.
draft.
The draft.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge draft guy.
Me neither.
I didn't used to be, but then me and my friends like made it like a thing where we watch the combine every year,
Uh-huh.
and then because of that, we ended up watching the draft
All
and
right.
becoming big on that.
I mean, I'm interested in it, but I could get updates. I don't have to sit and watch it for 4 nights or 3 nights or whatever it is.
right?
So,
I watched the whole thing.
wow,
That's committed.
that is committed.
That's committed
It's fun.
shit right there. Is it really? Is the 178th pick?
Well, when you watch a lot
Dang,
of
why
college
didn't they get him at
football-
177? Could have waited around.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm that into it, but I do watch a lot of college football, or I'm around a lot of college football to be like, I at least know the name somewhat.
Okay.
So it is fun seeing them.
So
go to
just
an
see
NFL
where they
team.
go.
Right.
And then do you follow them once they are drafted? Do they make the cut and so on? Mm-hmm. Yeah, good. Because I imagine a lot of guys do not make the cut.
Especially once you get into like the 5th round. Yeah, those are definitely like.
Unless you're Brock Purdy.
Exactly. Unless you're Brock Purdy.
One of the greatest stories ever.
Yeah, no kidding. Although Purdy's story's better, granted, but Cooper DeJean, and I know we just talked about him the other day, but there's more stuff coming out. So he dropped to the 2nd round, but he's the highest rated quarterback in the NFL this year, and a couple other things. But it's just like, holy crap! I mean, at the Super Bowl when he was catching punts, I mean, the crowd was all Coop. I mean, he's a 22-year-old rookie, and the fans are all about him, and he's good.
He is an athlete.
Yeah.
So you've probably seen some of the videos of him just dunking about any way he wants.
So I've seen about 5 different clips of his high school basketball tape.
I'm sure he was a good baseball player, too. That was his other sport, wasn't it?
I think he did track.
Okay.
I think he, yeah.
I
Or something like he did
don't know.
track his junior year and baseball his senior year and one or the other.
He could probably do anything he wanted to do. He'd go out for the soccer team, and he'd be the best player on there.
Kind of like a Bo Jackson.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
do anything.
Just do it all. And good for him. And those are the kind of kids that were in school with me. I'm like, you suck.
Yeah.
It's like, how can you be so good at everything?
Quit trying so hard.
Quit trying so hard. But they're not.
They're not.
They're
Stop.
not.
Just doing what I do.
Yeah.
All right, 7:32. We better take a break, and we'll come back with other topics.
That stuff.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections. Like how we connect you to that dream vacation with a savings account designed to help get you on the flight there. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Ahoy, morning breathers. Welcome back to Thursday. The streets are clean. The sidewalks are clean.
Well, at
The
least
salt has been spread.
they've been pushed. The snow has been pushed out of the way.
Yeah. But it's nice to see all it's pretty clean. What bothers me in our city, you can't park there overnight, and they don't start until the morning,
Right.
like early morning,
Right. Yeah.
cleaning.
Yeah.
Well, if I can leave my car there until midnight, why can't I leave my car there? If you're not going to start till 5, I'll have it out by 5.
right. Yeah.
Now, fortunately for me,
Most people would not do that, though. And it would be tough. To give those guys credit, it would be the downtown areas especially. Now, where I don't give them credit is right after I'm done shoveling my driveway. They come by and windrow me in. No credit given there, but they have no choice. But the
you're
downtown
on
areas,
a school route.
I know. I get it. So I got because I'm on a corner and I got 2 sidewalks that dump into the street, and then my driveway, of course, and inevitably, as soon as I get done, they come by. So I go out and I move it and then come by again. It's like, come on. I get it. I understand. Not really a complaint, but
I was walking here. You could tell where somebody was not moved.
right.
There was no car there, but there was a pile of snow there.
Yep.
So I don't know how many. I haven't walked around to see.
But anyway, the downtown area, no matter what city you're in or what town you're in,
It's a burger.
It would be. There's nowhere to go with that stuff.
Yep.
Pile it up and truck it away, and it takes time.
It does. So I doubt any of this gets moved till after this weekend.
Yeah.
Big snow piles, though.
Yeah, there are big snow piles.
Makes me want to go out and climb it or dig a hole in it
Yeah.
or something.
It actually is interesting. I mean, you get an inch of snow, and by the time they move it all out and pile it all up, I mean, it's mini dump truck loads.
There's a lot. There's a lot. Well, I don't know what we got, 4 or 5 inches of snow.
I do know.
Oh, you're going to talk about
I
that
do
set
know.
for the day?
No, I got it right now.
Oh,
As of 8:50 last night, the high spot was Loudoun, which is Cedar County, which is Tipton area. I think. 11 inches. Sigourney got 9 inches. Washington got 5 inches. Riverside got 6 inches. And I got to tell you, I looked and looked and looked to see what Mount Pleasant and Fairfield was, and I couldn't get exact numbers, but it looked like Mount Pleasant was only 1 inch to 2 inches.
really?
And Fairfield was a couple inches.
Here, I thought it was going to be a more southern storm.
Yeah, so that little corner right there was one of it kind of went right above them to us. And then actually Iowa City and Cedar County, Tipton, whatever, got
I didn't think they were going to get as much. I thought it was
Yep.
mostly south of Washington.
So it looked the best I can tell, and if somebody from Mount Pleasant wants to correct me, go ahead. But 1 to 2 inches in Mount Pleasant. But Washington got 5.
It's light and fluffy.
Yeah,
It's not hard to move.
yeah,
So it
especially
wasn't a
not with
big
the
deal.
snowblower.
Yeah, especially.
Especially not with snowblower.
What else you got on your little cheat sheets there, Matthew?
So I just found this a little interesting. Top 5 sports earners in 2024.
Top 5 what?
Sports figures that earn the most money.
Oh,
Sports people. The most interesting thing is out of the top 100, and I did not go through the whole list of all 100, but there was not a woman in the top 100. Now, this is worldwide, so you get all the soccer stars and all that stuff.
It's a lot of soccer guys.
Cristiano Ronaldo,
Number 1, huh?
number 1, $260 million last year in earnings. Now, that's salary plus endorsements.
Does he play soccer for the United States or is he somewhere else?
He's in Saudi
He's
Arabia.
in Saudi Arabia. They made a big point of that Saudis are buying up these soccer players and
They
paying
have
them huge.
massive money and been offering
Yeah.
soccer players.
Yeah,
huge
well, he-
contracts.
Wasn't there some big
Yeah.
name that came in?
Lionel
played here?
Messi.
Oh, okay.
Messi came to the U.S. Yeah,
And he's on the list too. But like Ronaldo, some of these guys, Steph Curry is number 2, which surprised me. And he made $153 million, but $100 million of that is in endorsements. Now, by Ronaldo, and I can't remember what it was, but like $220 million of that, of his $260 million, was salary. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, but it's Curry, $153 million, which, if you do the math, or over $100 million less than the first place Ronaldo.
There's a little space there.
Little space there.
You could build a Walmart between there.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, probably
A
two.
super Walmart.
Curry, $153 million, $100 million endorsements. Tyson Fury, who I think's a boxer.
He is a boxer.
From
boxers make a lot of money. Too.
well, he did $147 million last year.
Oh, he darn.
Yeah. Number 4 is Lionel Messi. He's in the United States. He did $135 million. I don't know what the breakdown was between salary and endorsements, and LeBron James, number 5, $133 million, and most of that is endorsements.
Yeah, he wants to keep his salary low.
Yeah.
Scotty Scheffler in golf won like everything there was to win last year.
Yeah.
And he's not even close.
So I didn't go through the rest of the list. I just got the top 5, but yeah, so I'm not sure.
You know, he would have been, I don't know, 20 million.
Yeah.
And he won like everything.
Well, when number 1 has $260 million, it's a tough road to climb.
That's setting the bar pretty high, isn't it?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So
Okay. Interesting stuff. You got more? Do you want to talk about?
Nope. I think that's it. We can take take a break and
You
get
got a
set
lot
for
on
the
your
day.
mind.
Well, I just
We didn't do a show yesterday.
yeah, I know. I just
Just,
found
you need to talk.
found some things.
Some things you got
So-
to get off your chest. Come on, man.
I got some things on this list that we haven't. That's been on there for a couple weeks that we haven't even talked about.
well, we get yapping.
Yeah, which is fine. That's why it's here, just to
just what
have
we
it if we
do.
need it. So
We're going to take a break so we can get set for the day.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Bring the kids, share the memories, celebrate 75 years of traditions at the Midwest Old Threshers Reunion. Relive the magic of steam engines, antique cars, and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Whether it's your first visit or a cherished tradition, you'll enjoy the delicious foods, the thrill of an Old West shootout, and the excitement of nightly grandstand entertainment. For 75 years, this has been the place where memories are made at the 2025 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion, August 28th through September 1st in Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Visit oldthreshers.com for more details.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Welcome back to Thursday's Morning Breath, you morning breathers. There's been a lot of people chiming in. Peyton Manning.
yeah, Ray's point there is Peyton Manning's not officially an athlete anymore, but he is on every other commercial, and he's got his own TV shows, his own production company. I think he's making some pretty good coin as
He's
well.
probably doing just fine, and he signed it. I know he signed a big deal to help Bud Light out of their hole.
Oh yeah.
Because he was on that
He's
commercial.
Peyton Manning is the anti-Kid Rock,
Apparently,
apparently.
I don't know if it's going to help. I don't know if it's going to help me. You say hello to everybody you were supposed to say hello to.
Jeff, Denise, Boxcar Treasures, my mom, Julie, Ray. Those are the ones I've seen. And we got talking during the break, and I forgot to look up the weather. So I'm not, I know.
Now what are we going to do?
Yeah, well, we'll get there.
Shit. Well, we'll talk about this. You have your last game to broadcast tomorrow. That'll be Washington versus Burlington. The boys are playing.
Yep.
I think the start time is
7:30.
7:30?
With 7:20, 7:25 being pregame show. So
and they are calling for snow, but I don't know that it'll be enough to cancel anything tomorrow. So what? Just stay tuned, I guess.
Stay tuned.
Okay, Matt. Let's get set for the
Should we
day.
get set for the day?
Are you ready? Are you
I
ready
am
now?
ready. I am ready now. Time 7:43, 7:44 a.m. It just switched. The date is the 13th day of February. This is episode 250.
250.
250. Temperature right now in Fairfield is 1, Mount Pleasant 3, and Washington 2.
It's that cold?
It is that cold, and the wind chills are less than that.
It doesn't even feel that cold to me.
No,
Just see, this is what happens to us over the winter.
we acclimate.
We acclimate.
And it will be sunny today, but bundle up, kids, because it's going to
Breezy?
be cold for a while.
Yeah, it's not going to warm up
It's
for a
not
bit.
going to warm up for a while. I mean, we're talking single-digit highs and more snow Friday and Saturday like we talked about. But a high today of 10, actual temperature, low of -3.
We already hit that, didn't we?
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be cold. Today's headlines from SoutheastIowaUnion.com. Fairfield Council exploring switch to two-way traffic in downtown. Mount Pleasant Historic Preservation Commission
Well,
publishes
what do
a
they
new
have
book
now? One way all the way around?
on the square.
Really?
Yep.
Fairfield does that.
Yeah, on 3 sides of the square. One side of the square is
That's
Highway
right.
34.
That's
but
right.
3 sides of the square is one way.
Okay. I'll be damned.
A lot of
Forgot
places.
that.
A lot of places are doing that. Cedar Rapids was that way. One way's all over downtown, and they switched it all to 2 way.
Yeah, because it's dumber than crap.
Right. They just need to do that in Des Moines next. Mount Pleasant Historic Preservation Commission publishes a new book, and the Washington County Supervisors to meet in a new building starting next week.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. Big stuff, although it says maybe in the little headline.
It appears that not everybody's on board.
No.
I didn't read the whole story yet.
Yeah.
but-
Sports, there are
Hey,
no varsity events tonight.
I have to stop for a minute.
Yeah.
There's other things that are headlines in the Southeast Iowa Union.
What's that?
There was some awards to the Southeast Iowa Union.
There was.
I'd like you to just talk a little bit.
Our Washington reporter, Kaylin, got a Skip Weber Investigative Reporting Award, which there's 240 papers in the state, and there are only 2 of those awards given out. So that was
Caleb got one of them.
Kaylin got one of them, and that's a big deal. It was a good deal. That is a special. It wasn't like it was like
And
a
he didn't
little
know.
section. And he didn't know.
Yes, I read the story. so.
Yeah, he didn't know, and so he was surprised, and it was a good deal. And then we also
Yeah, I
won
had
one.
another one.
The staff, so Andy and Anna Marie and Kaylin together wrote some stories on the Fairfield Sheriff and the Brady Gigolo, or however you say that. I said it wrong last time.
Just a gigolo.
Yeah,
Everyone I know.
Gigolo, I don't know, whatever. But anyway,
I just go with gigolo.
Yeah.
I know that's wrong.
I do too, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got second place in that in our class, which is multi-paper dailies, multi-day papers.
There we go.
So I will.
Congratulations to you and your team.
That was neat. I will say that the Daily Iowan, which is a student paper at the University of Iowa, got the newspaper of the year.
Is that right?
They, beat out everybody. That's.
I wouldn't. I would. How many times is that published? Printed?
I think they're just once
a week? No.
maybe twice a week, because they're in the largest category. I mean, they have so. Nobody cares, but there's 5 categories.
I care, man.
It's based on circulation and how many days you publish and that kind of stuff. And they are in the largest category. And that award is the newspaper of the year is given by points that you accrue by winning all the other editorial and advertising and all these other things. And the points accrue. And then so they won, and they've won before, but they won this year.
I've always been a Southeast Iowa reader.
Yep.
But also when I was young, if I had business in Iowa City, I would pick up a Daily Iowan and
Yep.
read it. It was interesting.
They're not 5 days a week like they used to be. I think it's a couple times, but they also we're deep in the woods here. But the Daily Iowan also bought Mount Vernon and Solon newspapers, and so they have a couple weeklies as well. And both those papers did well. In fact, our guy Joel, who's a broadcaster on our games, student at Iowa, he won 2 first place awards for his work that he did in the Solon paper.
Look at that.
He had a photo that won, and he had a story that won.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Well,
good.
congratulations.
It was good. Thank you. So no varsity events tonight, and we didn't talk about this, but there's
Did Morning Breath win anything?
They did not. Also, I didn't enter anything.
Oh,
So
okay. Just wondered.
there is a podcast category that we could enter, but I did not.
You're just not ready yet, are you?
Just not ready to unleash it yet.
Okay.
So most of the schools in the area are on 2-hour delays this morning too. Forgot to mention that.
So there should be a lot of people tuning in this morning.
Yeah, it should be. So I think most of the schools are 2 hours.
Ahoy to you all.
On this day in 1891, American artist Grant Wood was born just outside of Anamosa, just up the road.
Just up the road a
He
piece.
died. So he died in February 12th, 1942, at the age of 50. I bring this up mostly because he's local, but also somewhat local, but also because I didn't know he'd been. I mean, he's only 50, and
I didn't know that
seems like
either.
Grant Wood was always an old guy. Now he painted American Gothic, which is old people, but he died at age 50 and a long time ago. Random joke, random quote, or random fact. I'm going to push you towards a random joke today.
Yeah, let's do that. You got too many of those?
Yeah, I got a few of these. This one, so this is kind of a joke, but it's more of a thinker. If you identify a UFO, so a UFO is an unidentified flying object. Mm-hmm. If you identify a UFO as a UFO, does it become just an FO?
Yes.
And what if that FO landed? Is it then just a no?
I can't argue with any of that.
I know.
I can't argue with any of that.
There's an object on the ground. That's it.
Where did it come from?
Where did it come from?
Well, a minute ago, it was flying.
There's a UFO a minute ago, and then there's an FO, and then it was just an O. So anyway, not a big joke, just a thinker.
That's a lot of things.
It is a lot of things.
It's a lot of things. You have a today's takeaway, Peter.
Oh, geez.
Today's takeaway, Boss Man Matt.
It pays to be a good soccer player, apparently.
Indeed it does.
If you're good at sports,
Yeah,
cash in.
cash in. Or it's also good to be Steph Curry and get $100 million worth of endorsements.
Very good. I learned that apparently people watch me hold my shovel up while I'm pretending to shovel my walks.
I saw you. I just saw
There
you
could
stand
be
around
more.
talking. I didn't
Could be
actually
more.
see you shovel.
So I'm going to be much more cognizant and look more busy. So people think I'm busy.
Right.
I take it to another level. I was shoveling last night out front here because I took the snowblower home, so I had to shovel here. But I have headphones in. I usually wear headphones. And some guy walked by, and I kind of happened to look up and notice that he was saying something. So I'm trying to scramble under my hat to pull out my headphones. And so people must think I'm just arrogant shoveler and just won't speak. I'm in a zone.
Well, just stay in your zone.
Stay in my zone.
Get your work done. Thank you all for sticking with us today. We're sorry we missed yesterday, but it just didn't work. Matt made that's why he's boss man.
Well,
made a call.
It's on me. That was on me. So if
He
you're
made
going to
a
be
call.
mad about anybody, it's me.
We will be back tomorrow.
Yes.
I don't see the rain, sleet, snow, or anything
Nope.
stopping us tomorrow.
I think we're good today.
We're going to have a happy Friday because it's Valentine's Day.
It's Valentine's Day.
We'll talk a little bit about that.
Yes.
Have a great Thursday. See everybody tomorrow.